I saw this story. I thought it was pretty interesting in my point of view. But the crazy thing is, I was going back and forth with these brothers, and they were trying to convince me that everything is all right in the hood, that crime is a lot lower compared to the 80s, and I'm over exaggerating and putting down the black community. I'm putting down my black brothers and sisters, and I'm attacking the sisters, and I don't see that as truth. I think these brothers are in a mindset that they're going to turn the world around and make things great for the black community. And they hate the Bible. They don't want to hear nothing about the Bible. But that's to me, it's insane. You just fooling yourselves, because prophecy is fulfilling itself, and to deny the Bible, you're a fool today. You're a fool today. This is the book of 2 Timothy's 3rd chapter, in the 1st verse, and it says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Perilous times shall come. Perilous times shall come." Now, the ones of us who are wise and not proud. This is why, when I read the scriptures and it talks about, the pride of man and men becoming proud and on some levels just disrespectful in regards of righteousness. I understand now. I'm starting to understand on a much, higher level of the levels of stupidity and wickedness and just rebellion, even though the truth is just evident in the face of our people. Truth is evident and clear in our people's faces, and they don't want to hear that. They just want to fight. They just want to fight against the Most High, and that's cool because they're playing their place. And what I'm learning is just to be patient and hold your composure when the stupidness comes out. Be patient and just hold your composure as the stupidness come out. No one can be this stupid, but at the same time, when you read scriptures, people can become stupid, or people are stupid. But it's all good. But it says in the 2nd verse, it says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous," meaning having a desire of something that doesn't belong to you, and later on down the road taking it. Then it says boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, and unthankful and unholy. Sorry. This is what we're dealing with now out there, man. And that's part of serving the Most High. That's all. It's just part of serving the Most High, and that's just what it is. But I saw this story also in Philadelphia, man. These brothers are trying to convince me that everything is okay. I mean, this is no big deal, and the white man is manipulating the image of the so-called black man and making them look bad, destroying the image of the black woman and making them look bad, and it's just all made up. I don't know. I don't see that, but check this out.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and you are taking a look at some scene video from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where police are now investigating after a mass shooting.
Here we go again. Mass shooting, man. It just doesn't seem, man. Let me turn this down. Doesn't seem, man. It just keeps going on and on. Let me get rid of that feedback. But yeah, same thing every week, man. More money in the bank as far as the Bible's concerned and spirituality. That's $1 more for us heading toward the kingdom of heaven. In other words, progress is making its way quickly according to prophecy and what's written in scriptures, in opposed to the dumb opinions and ideologies and religions and beliefs of simple-minded, stupid black men and women, as well as Hispanic men and women, who basically digest spiritually the demonic doctrines of men or feelings of men, and have put themselves in a position where they can't see the Most High. They are very unspiritual, and they cannot see the Most High.
That claimed the lives of 3 people and left 7 others wounded. This as the search for at least one suspect continues. All of this happening in the early morning hours earlier today. The scene spanning almost an entire block. All of this developing overnight on the 1200 block of North Alden Street in West Philadelphia. Police say at least 100 people had gathered for a possible block party when
100 people. You know, this guy, he coons out a lot, but they call him Tommy Sotomayor. And I gotta admit, a lot of what he says is spot on point, you know. And I'm kind of leaning towards his direction with this, that you can't be around too many black people. Unless you're teaching, of course. You're teaching the word of the Most High, and you're helping them out, and you're feeding the poor, you're clothing the unclothed. You know, in those cases, that's different. But functions such as this, and where you have black people who are unlearned in the spirit of the Most High, who are savage. You have black women who are whorish. You know, under these conditions, you don't want to be around this. Black people can't gather in large bodies without some act of violence, you know, contributing to the function. I'm not saying that's in all cases, but that's in a lot of cases, man. You're playing Russian roulette if you're at a function and there's different stages of wicked activity in the crowd. You're definitely playing with fire there. And I know it sounds negative. It sounds negative as hell. It definitely sounds negative. But, you know, that's what we're dealing with, man. What's this? That's what we're dealing with. 2 shot dead, at least 28 people are hospitalized. I can't see the whole story. It's on my phone. News break. 2 dead, and at least 28 people are hospitalized following multi-state listeria outbreak, CDC reports. Here it goes. You know, as soon as they're coming around voting time now, the CDC has a different disease out there to possibly purposely make people sick to, you know, force them into homes. We never know. In these times, we never know what's coming down the line. We just don't. It's just that crazy, man. It's just that crazy. But that was just a pop-up on my phone, you know. I don't know. It's always something. 2 people are dead at least. Yes, I mean, we'll see, man. Wow. According to CNN, the CDC announced the outbreak of an investigation notice published on Friday, July 19th. The outlet notes that the true number of people who have caught the outbreak is probably higher than what's been reported. You see this crap? Listen, brothers, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. I guarantee you this is not going to end well. You're going to see a lot of things that we didn't expect to happen. A lot of you thought we were out of the woods and you were going to have a great summer and make a couple of extra dollars and buy that house you always wanted to and put that down payment on that Lexus, you know, that you always wanted, or that Range Rover. Yo, man, I'm telling you, you know, the repo guy's making a fortune. Repossessions are at an all-time high. All-time high repossessions. So I don't see how people are going to escape what's happening in this country and in the world, to some extent, the world.
And gunshots rang out at around 2 a.m. this morning. 3 people in their 20s and 30s were struck. They were killed. Their identities at this hour have not yet been released. At least 7 other people were also injured in that shooting. Their conditions range from stable to serious, but their ages unknown at this time.
Goddamn shame. Goddamn shame. When I call black people savage, I was just on this brother's channel the other day. I said they were savage. Well, one in particular brother, he's a savage. They put me in the back room. I just logged out. Black people are savage, man. Without the word of the Most High, in most cases, you are savage. And when you're not in the Most High, you have certain attributes, spiritual attributes that connect to the Most High. That's the truth. it doesn't make any sense to be this savage. But yeah, 3 people just lost their lives, just senselessly. Man, this is crazy. I don't know. It's just senseless. And you're gonna see more of that to come. But it's best to just avoid our people unless it's for positive reasons, man. Depending on the caliber of people, of course. I'm not just saying be a monk or just have any hatred towards your people. I'm saying for the sake of safety and to make it home to your family, you can't be around too many of our people because they have the devil in them. Even the Most High says not to be unequally yoked with the unbelievers. Even the Most High says to dismiss or remove yourself from people who don't follow the doctrine. And I know it's hard, but you might have to start upgrading, that understanding of the Most High toward people you love or people you associate with, because you could lose your life, man. You could definitely lose your life, and that's the reality.
Police did find several shell casings at the scene along with one weapon. No arrests have been made. Police say there might have been more than one gunman. At this hour, we have not heard about a police briefing or an update. As soon as we hear about one, we, of course, will let you know and bring it to you right here on Live Now from Fox. But again, you are taking a look at some scene video from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, after police are now investigating and searching for at least one suspect after 3 people were killed, 7 others wounded at a mass shooting at a possible block party. All of this happening in the 12.
I remember block parties. Block parties was a thing when I was growing up. Kids on their bicycles riding, because they had the whole block for themselves. Imagine as a child, you can have the whole block for yourself and ride your bicycle up and down all day into the evening. Then you had food being served and the elders sitting on their stoops or porches and drinking. Kids had respect for the elders. The elders loved the children and looked out for the children on the block. And other people from other blocks would come on the block. It was great, man. You say, here's a party on 40th Street. Go to 40th Street, have a good time. You had violence in those times, but it was great. And then the sun went down and the big speakers were already set up. And then, you have adult activity and the music was blaring. And, after a while it would settle down and it'd be over. Then as time progressed, things got worse and worse. And that's what it is. Things are just getting worse and worse as time go on. Definitely getting worse and worse as time go on. Here's an article that said about Latin America. Same thing. This is all over the world. That's why I said you can't just, point your finger at just America. It's happening all over the country. This is in gang violence in Central and South America, man. It's just increasing. Things are just getting really crazy. Really crazy. Surging gang violence across Latin America challenges aid sector to respond. We need to put Latin America's humanitarian issues on the map. And look at this is a new type of prison. This is article's like a year old. I did a story on this some time ago, but look how serious this is getting. Authorities carry out a security check in a prison in El Salvador in March 2022 as part of his hardline response to a wave of gang violence. President Nayib Bukele declared a maximum emergency, in all prisons where gang members are serving sentences. Just tell me this is not getting crazy. The world has changed. The world is not what it used to be. A lot of people are under the influence that this is going to pass over. This is going to pass over. It's going to go away. This is not going to go away. This is going to get worse and worse and worse. And deep down, a lot of us, we know it. We know it's going to get worse and worse. And if you're a spiritual man, a biblical man, a Bible reader, you can see this clear as day. Clear as day, you see this. So, get ready. A lot of you are already ready. I know that. But man, look, back to Timothy's. It says men should be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Third verse, without natural affections. See, natural affections or normal affections pertain to loving thy brother as thyself. A man loving a woman and a woman loving a man, and they get together and they get married and they have children and they pass down the morals and the ethics of the Most High to their children, and so on and so forth. You don't have that. You have men marrying men, women marrying women, and chaos breaking out among the children. Just pure confusion and madness and evil among the population today. The Most High designed the family structure based on a man with a woman and a woman with a man. Everything is crazy now. It says, without natural affections, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. See, they hate when you bring out this truth. And they said that they despise those who are good. You know, the evil man is going to hate the righteous man. The scripture says that the upright woman is envied and hated pretty much by the wicked woman. But that's very clear, man. See, despisers of those that are good. So you better believe, brothers and sisters, they hate you out there. They hate you because you are dumping righteousness and light on their dark, unspiritual lives. And they don't like that. They don't like when you spoil a party. And that's what it is. To them, you are spoiling the party. So, I mean, it's clear as day. So this is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. It says, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Are you going to love adultery and fornication to the point where you can't see the Most High? You don't want to see the Most High because you love that activity more than the Most High. Do you love drugs and alcohol and freaking off and partying more than the Most High? You better believe there's a lot of brothers and sisters who are not in the faith or not a part of the sheepfold who love that activity more than the Most High. They love that activity more than the Most High. As clear as day. And then the fifth and final verse says, having a form of godliness. Oh, I know God. I love God. I know God. Having a form of godliness. I pray to Jesus. He's my Savior. What about John 3:16? For God so loved the world. I have praised the Lord. The blood drippeth. The blood of Jesus drippeth. Having a form of God, but denying the power thereof. See? But denying the power thereof, from such turn away. We kind of touched on that a little earlier. It's kind of hard to break off from the brothers and sisters you love and came up with. Very hard. Sometimes you got to walk away, though. You just got to walk away sometimes. But it's not getting better. It's getting worse and worse out here. And again, sometimes you just got to walk away. There's another one. I found this interesting. At one time, it was a natural thing to play from the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, till the sun went down. You knew it was time to go back upstairs once the street lights came on, or you would get a damn whipping. Should you let your kids play outside alone? Hell no. But those of us who are old enough to remember, at one time, kids played outside. You were forced to go outside. Your parents, they said, get your ass out of this house and go and play. She needed a break, and, you were out there for hours. And we loved it. We loved it. We didn't have to worry about getting shot at the park back then. Kidnapped. Molested. We didn't have to worry about those things. But today, it's a whole different story now, man. Is there any other child raising issue that's more controversial than kids playing outside alone? This article goes into, you can't even do that anymore, because if you do that, the authorities step in. Child Protective Service take your kids away, man, or arrest you. This is just how bad it's getting, man. It's this bad. It says, it doesn't seem that long ago that parents encouraged, even insisted, like I mentioned earlier, even insisted that their children go outside and play with the other neighborhood kids. You remember that? Those of us who are up in age, you remember that? Your parents insisted that you went out and played with other kids, and things were so much better back then, man. You had bullying back then, but you didn't cry and kill yourself if you was bullied. You either fought back or ran, and your parents sent you back out to fight. Well, the parents negotiated and talked and set things right. But today, the parents will fight the children out there. Yeah, the parents will fight the children out there. That's how bad it is. This is be home by dinner was my mom's favorite saying. So you went out in the morning. Me and my brother went out like 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock. Then other kids would come downstairs 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And we just had fun, man. Things were much simpler back then. Can't leave your kids outside now. Be home by dinner was my mom's favorite saying. Times have really changed, though. For many parents today, the ideal of kids playing outside alone is simply unthinkable. There are even some people out there that never let their teens leave the house unsupervised. How they manage that is a mystery. But there it is. You could back then you could leave your children home alone. My parents, me and my friends grew up on us being home and our parents going out to work. And your mom would check on you. Is everything all right? Don't leave this house till I call back. There's sandwiches in the refrigerator. Make hot dogs if you want. Back then, children cooked. As long as you didn't burn down the house. And I'm not talking about teenagers. I'm talking about us as young as 9, 10 years old. Children were very independent and strong-minded back when I was growing up. They weren't weenie, teeny. You know what I'm going to say. We weren't weak. If you have damn 10 feet of snow, we would have to go to school. Today, if it snows just 3 inches, school is shut down. We went to school in the harshest weather and walked sometimes. A school bus was provided for us. But the point is, kids were a lot tougher back then. We didn't have helmets and bike riding head shields growing up. You had a hat or you had the hair on your head. And if you bust your head, you bust your head. I think in certain states it's unlawful for kids to ride without a helmet on. We didn't do that. We didn't wear knee pads, man. We tore up our damn knees, and we were tough. Today, the children are very weak. Here are some serious. How serious is the issues or the issues? Is this issue? It's very difficult to read this. Here are a few examples. So the mother allowed her 6-year-old to play outside unsupervised. As a result, she was investigated by Child Protective Service. Her husband and the children were questioned several times by authorities. See that? This is part of the problem. The system not only has dumbed down the children, but it has made the children very weak, and this is a problem for parents. Not to mention the situation outside, too. It's dangerous to even have your children outside, so it's a two-edged sword in this situation. An 11-year-old Florida boy came home to find his parents were not there yet. He played in his backyard alone for an hour and a half until his parents returned. The parents were arrested and charged with a felon neglect. Ain't that something? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? If you went back to the 80s and the 70s, man, all the parents would be arrested back then. Police found Maryland's couple, 6 and 10-year-old kids playing unattended in a park 2 blocks from their home. As a result, the couple had to sign a safety plan that prohibited them from leaving their children unsupervised again. See this crap? Now, when it comes to cases like these, the devil is often in the detail. and there certainly may be plenty of room for discussion about the appropriateness of behavior on the parts of both parents and authorities. The point is that issues about kids and unattended play are going to be controversial. That is, man, it's very controversial. You create a wicked system, you create an evil system, and at the same time, you're expected to abide in the system. Everything is unnatural and crazy, man, now. You know, it's not like back in the days, man. Things have changed dramatically. And depending on how you think and depending on how spiritual you are, a lot of you are going to fall through the cracks. Those of you who choose to be unbelievers, and the ones who believe, Most High's going to protect and provide for you, man. He's going to hold you down. But, I mean, this is, I don't know, man. But, the whole system is just really a damper in the spirits of people today. It's really depressing after a while, man. But what are you going to do? You have to survive. And bottom line is, we have to continue. We have to continue the faith as warriors and servants and soldiers of the Most High. And there's not much you can do. All you can do is try to protect your children to the best of your ability, and keep a shield around you and your family. And that shield is the Spirit of Christ, who we call Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. But I'm out. It's something to think about, something on my mind, something to think about. Shalom.